When grief comes for you, it doesn't knock. It doesn't wait until you're ready. It crashes in like a storm, tearing the ground right out from under your feet. The day I lost my only son, Logan, I felt like my whole world caved in. And in that moment, I realized faith was all I had left to stand on. Today, I want to share how I learned to hold on to God when grief tried to pull me under. Because child loss doesn't just break your heart, it shakes your entire foundation. But there's a way through that storm. I remember the moment everything changed for me. The text message I got, the hospital, the quiet words that shattered my soul. And in an instant, my future, my plans, my joy, all of it stolen. I wasn't just grieving my son, I was grieving the life we should have had together. The disbelief was so heavy, I could barely breathe. And yet somehow in that darkness, I found myself crying out to God, even though I didn't understand His plan. I started small. A verse would pop into my mind. A friend would call and pray with me. In the middle of the night, when the tears wouldn't stop, I'd feel a whisper in my soul. I'm still here, Mama. Psalms 46:1 says, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. I didn't just read those words. I've clung to them. They became my anchor when the waves of grief kept knocking me down. I made a choice. Logan's story wouldn't end with his death. I started sharing his life, his joy, his faith, his love for others. I began helping other grieving parents. Every act of kindness, every testimony I share, it's my way of keeping Logan's light alive. And you know what? In giving, I've found healing. Not because the pain is gone, but because God gave me the purpose in the middle of it. Faith isn't a one-time decision. Some days I still wrestle with God. Some days I still cry until I can't breathe. But I've learned faith doesn't mean you never doubt. It means you keep walking even when your legs feel too heavy to move. It means trusting God's plan is bigger than the pain you're feeling today. If you're standing in the middle of the rubble of your own loss right now, I want you to know you're not alone. Your story isn't over. And even when grief has taken everything else, you can still stand on faith. If this touched your heart, please share it with someone who's hurting today. And tell me in the comments what's been your anchor in the storm. My sheep listen to my voice. I know them and they follow me. John 10:27. I'm Angela Frazier, and I'm carrying the weight of loss, but also the wonder of heaven touching earth. Logan's story didn't end. It expanded, and so did my faith. If you're in those first raw days of grief, know this: you're never alone. Heaven sees you, and love still speaks. Get your free devotional journal inspired by Logan's journey, Beauty in the Valley, at the link below. With love always, Angela and Logan.